Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I'm about to do something nice for you today. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Let's go. And when I'm done, you will know you too. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. I had to go home for a minute. I'm back and I got a lesson out of here that I wanted to bring back. And it's called Right Thinkers. Let's talk about why I'm a spiritual teacher, not a preacher. An authentic spiritual preceptor, aka teacher, sage, is one who's mastered what? Self-knowledge. That's what I'm a master of. Self. Me. I know me. I'm trying to help you to know you. I'm just giving the guidelines to help you do just that. That's what I'm saying. I do what I do for you so you would also know you too. Let's go. So knowing that, I'm going to see if I fit the bill. I'm going to read about a teacher, okay? A preceptor, spiritual teacher. See if I fit the bill, okay? I'm on test today. A true teacher is one who lives the teachings. So far, so good. And such a one can now. He can breathe life into what? The scripture, the books that I read, and the myths that I tell to make them understood by in the language of today. Meaning I took old concepts, ancient concepts, modernized it, colorized it, making it in the language that we can understand today. That's how our ancient knowledge can help us today. If you ask, well, what's knowing that going to do for me today? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's why I do what I do, so it can work for you today. I know that. And this is the fire of knowledge. And I'm on fire, which burns away what? Ignorance. Okay? And it stops the illusions, which are the cause of what? All human suffering and misery that they bring on themselves. When you have knowledge of self, you can end the nonsense, the fetters, self-inflicted problems that you'll continue to bring on yourself because of your ignorance of yourself. Tell myself I gotta relax and understand it. I felt this way before I became a teacher. There is no nobler occupation than bringing instructions of a yoga or philosophical concept, because there is no greater endeavor than what? Being able to relieve the burden for those who are beset by pain and mental suffering caused by what? Their own ignorance of their true self. Again, that's my job, to help you with just that. Am I doing it? Again, I'm on display. This is the thing that I should be doing. If I claim this, I should be doing this. Also, stop right there. Moving down here. Now, an authentic spiritual preceptor, teacher, is not only someone who is advanced in the spiritual or on the spiritual path, or even just someone who has reached the fully enlightened state. It's a bunch of us who are just that. But a guru in the Upanishadic teachings of the Indian Upanishads, senses of the word, is someone who, this is their definition, someone who is spiritually enlightened and who also is well versed in what? In the scripture and teachings and the methods of the training of aspirants according to their what? Level of understanding. I have to meet you at the level you're on in order to raise you up. That's the concept. And I know just what they're saying. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's what they're saying. I can do that. Therefore, no matter what level you are, I can take you from that level and raise you up to a higher level of understanding, be conscious of yourself. That's what I do for you. See? Right there. So far, so good. Where we at? Therefore, a counselor of yoga, right in philosophy, must first personally achieve a high degree of what? Understanding and personal spiritual emancipation, aka you need to have become enlightened yourself. Since the subtleties of the mind must be what? Well understood, aka mastered. Sorry, calm down. I hate when people got a little something, swear they got everything. You just a little something, that's all. And I ain't saying a little something ain't bad, but don't claim to have everything when you only got a little something. That's what I'm saying. Don't overexpose your hand, don't overplay yourself. The teacher, a true teacher must be able to be what? A refuge. For who? All his students. Anything you want to know about right thinking philosophy, you can ask me. And you must have an extensive knowledge of said teachings pertaining to what? His or her level of attainment. So whatever level you're at, I can help you. And enthusiastically pursue all forms of said philosophy, aka right thinking. You want to master yourself, so you have to learn philosophical concepts and put them into use to do just that. And when you do that daily, that's what I do. And I'm the one showing, teaching it. The teaching is often understood differently at what? Different levels, and that's understandable. Just as there are different levels of math, you can't learn how to add before you can subtract, multiply, and divide, and then go to algebra, okay? You got math such as arithmetic. From there you go to algebra. And I know this for a fact. You went to geometry, trigonometry, and the last level is calculus. Did all of them in honors class in high school, so I'm familiar with the process of learning. There are different levels of religious practices also. Again, as a Mason, I know that also. The different levels of religions are what? The mythological, the ritualistical, and the metaphysical levels. Myth is the story. We all know the story. The ritual, participating, practicing, learning, and putting it into use. And when you do that on a regular basis, the metaphysical will happen. That's the final stage of being religious. Why? You become anointed by what? Your lifestyle, the way you live. That's the key. That's the secret. Not just knowing the story, going to church, dressing up, and claiming to be a Christian. If you ain't living right, you get nothing. You're just wasting your time like a cheerleader, all pom-pom, all rah, but ain't participating in nothing but your selfish grandizement. Look at me, I'm a Christian. Moving on. But as a teacher, my goal is to get you to act accordingly, be accordingly, so what? You can be respected for just that. And in much as the same way, what? There are varying levels of aspirants of learning. I know that, who attain to different levels of religious understanding and experience at different times. We all wake up at a different time. Everybody's alarm clock is set for a different time. But if it's set, it should eventually go off. I'm just trying to help the process. like my man Denzel told him, and what's that? He was the killer. He said, I just want to get them to the maker. I ain't got nothing to do with them and God. I just want to make that happen as quick as possible. So I'm going to get you to your maker. Whatever issues you got, you can take it up with him because I'm going to put you in front of him. Like the Arabs, the Muslims, they took over. They said, you going to be Allah, you with Allah or Ra. If you said Ra, you're going to go to Ra right now. I'm going to get you there. So that's the concept. Whatever your faith and belief is in, if you believe it, take one for it. How many of y'all going to really die for what you claim to believe in? Just a concept. Moving on. But now, remember, now your different levels at different, everybody wake up at a different time. The idea and the goal is to at least wake up. Only one who has, watch this, the only one who has experience, again, I only speak from that level, and matured to greater levels of attainment through what? Personality integration, doing it, living it, experiencing it, can what now assist who? Others, my right thinkers, in what? Fully understanding those higher levels in order to obtain and reach them. I'm giving you the information, I'm giving you the instructions, okay? Here, your personality integration, it refers to what? The extent that you, the individual, have realized his or her own what? Egolessness. How much do you really want to conquer your ego? The higher you raise, the less the ego got say. So if you want to be led by your ego, you don't want higher consciousness. You want to stay right where you are on the beastly level, doing you, having pleasures of the flesh, and having, oh, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it don't get you nowhere but back here. That's the concept. Idea is to come here and not come back. I got a one-way ticket to the afterlife. Why? I know myself. That's how you get the ticket. Sorry. I'm trying to teach you how to get your own ticket. How about that? I got mine. Again, like Richard Pryor. If I got it, I'm telling everybody. Wow, my man, this is what you need. Listen, everybody, when they find out something good, they call it the gospel. I'm just spreading the gospel. This is good news. Useful information from a reliable source who've experienced it. Moving on, let me wrap this up. I see the clock. All right. But now, one on the spiritual path, which is my right thinkers, is intending to work with what? And help others. You need to what? Understand the process of what? Initiation. Becoming part of something. Join the club. Okay, right thinkers, all you got to do is tune in. That's your initiation. How about that? I don't ask for nothing other than your time. And him or her own level of attainment, where what? Such understanding can now only be gained, how? By undergoing and having your own process, meaning experiencing it by practicing the teachings of his or her life that I'm giving you. You got to put it into practice. I do. I live it. Many teachers, what? You got psychiatrists, psychologists, psychiatrists, you got yoga instructor, you got right thinkers instructions, are what? Deluded as to their what? True understanding of the mind. Why? Because the philosophy described in the scripture and on their own attainment, of their own attainment, sometimes this very delusion causes their own personal failures to be able to cope with what? The afflictions of others. Meaning, you can't instruct me on something you ain't good at. Taking advice from somebody who ain't using the advice they're giving you don't make much sense. See where I'm going with this? And they are, watch this, they are not able to even maintain their own peace of mind and serenity, and they are also unable to show others to deal with their own problems in a what? Effective and lasting way. My pastor, I've been listening to this guy for years, and he have yet to show me he done anything except what he preached. Respect. Therefore, if a teaching or preaching is given by one who what? Who does not live by their preaching or teachings, or by one who is mistaken about his or her own attainment, meaning they believe they know, think they know, You know about them? Yeah, leave them alone. That teachings will not be effective. I don't want to stop yet. Okay, I got some more to go. I'm not done yet. Where I'm at down here. Yeah. An authentic teacher of right thinking philosophy is someone who what? Who is advanced on the path of self-control. I have to exhibit that on a day-to-day basis to prove that I have it. I can't say I had it 5 years ago. I can't say I had it yesterday or last week. I have it right now. I'm instituting it right now. I want to freak out, so I'm instituting self-control as I speak. How about that? And watch this. One who is indifferent to either positive or negative situation. That's my detachment. That's my dispassion. I don't care one way or another about the election. I wasn't going to jump up and down and hoop and holler no matter which way it went. Why? That didn't do nothing for me. That's why. And I use every life experience to use my point, to make my point. I don't get excited. I made the issue or the concept. I use both sides. One for him and one for her. I'm an equal opportunist. I don't look at nothing one way except the right way. Moving on. So I don't get caught up in that. And one, watch this, one who don't get caught up in either the positive or negative situation which arise in life. And one who is not affected by praise. Oh, you the greatest spinner. Or censor. You suck. Who the hell you talking about? Where you get your information from? Okay? So again, can't get it caught up in, well, I'm going to fire back. At one time, I wouldn't. Why? Because I was a little ignorant. Wasn't good as I was at understanding. So I'm getting better with me. And it's not desirous of any object in the phenomenal world. That's a lie. I needed a vehicle. I only want a certain kind of vehicle. So, yeah, but I get the concept. Okay, now he or she has what? Discovered what? Inner fulfillment. Yes, I have. And it is a wellspring of joy to all whom what? They come into contact with. I try to bring a good vibe. I try to keep my frequency high so wherever I go, they know there's something good coming from me. That's why. And they are what? They are not interested in developing relationships. Oh yeah, sorry about that. With students. Hold on one second. Excuse me. I'm not into relationships with my students. Be male or female, don't make a difference. I teach, you learn. That's the relationship. That's it. Moving on. Based on what? Emotionality. I'm not concerned with your personal life. Understand that respectfully. I don't need none of that. TMI. I don't need that. I'm not nosy. Okay. I'm a need to know person. Some stuff I don't need to know. Keep it to yourself. I do the same thing. And it's not based on emotionality or other egoistic sensibilities. And I am not interested in keeping disciples or as servants for my own amusement or in keeping company to inflate my personal ego, because they have transcended of all these human frailties. I don't consider none of that nonsense. Okay, I know people who relish in those things. Yeah, and they live in it. They love it. But not me. Simple. Okay, I can distinguish myself from them. They are fulfilled. Watch this. I'm fulfilled through my realization of my own divinity, knowing myself, and my ability to help others out of what? My compassion and my empathy for others and universal love which flow through me directly from the divine source, God. I'm just doing God's work. That's the mission I'm on. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't care no more. But that's what I'm on. Like the Blues Brothers. I'm on a mission from God. And that's what I believe. Simple as that. Okay, let me wrap this up. I see the clock. Yeah, we got just enough time. I'm almost home. In this manner, I can help others to seek for themselves who they are by what? Instructing and showing and giving them information and acting out what? The will of the divine which flows through all of us and untouched by my egoistic concepts. Why? Once you raise your level, you become a sage, and the sage carries out the work of enlightening others. I love that. That's what I do every day. Okay, it have been for the last 5 years. It ain't planning on going nowhere. So understand this. I take pleasure in enlightening others, and some aspirants may become enlightened in a short time, while others may take a little longer. Don't make a difference to me. I'm here to make sure that it happens one way or another. If I get it, I'm done my job. Now, the actions of a sage affects incalculable amounts of people, and I'm trying to do just that with what? Their actions, because it ripples through the world as a wave of ripples across the lake. When a stone is thrown into it, by their writings, expositions, their subtle spiritual influence and knowledge of what? And their living examples of living what? They are living embodiments of what? Wisdom. They have an effect on the course of what? The world. I don't know about all that, but I'm trying, and will on all whom what? Come into contact with them. Anybody who tune in and get me, you're getting something that everybody don't get you. Okay? Understand that. And understanding this, wrapping it up, again, I appreciate you tuning in. It is acceptable to have an advanced student or disciple, and I do have one, who can provide initial yoga instructions in the event, or including your introduction of what? The esoteric, meaning the outer meaning of my right thinking philosophy, I tell you, and the esoteric knowledge that I give you by explaining it and breaking it down so you can actually use it for yourself and provide you spiritual and moral support and daily encouragement to what? All my right thinkers. But as a rule, and I follow the rules, the lower order priest in the priesthood does not initiate what? The disciple, into the subtle mysteries. My right thinker can tell you about it, but I'm the only one who can initiate you into the concept and the order and to my advanced what? Mystery system of spirituality, aka right thinking philosophy. This role is reserved for who? Only the fully enlightened sage, aka guru or spiritual master, teacher. A preceptor, they call it Sabai, Sebai, and that is a spiritual teacher or sage who may or may not have the function of said guru. I follow a guru, my dude, Sadi guru. So it's somebody who I listen to and on point, or a spiritual guide proper. I ain't at that level, I know that, but if I continue to work and do the things I do, I can reach my own level of guru status. It should be noted here, what? That an enlightened being, personality, are not necessarily what? Nor exclusively to be known as a guru. I'm comfortable with sage or evangelist, although they may perform, watch this, the same function, enlightening others to themselves. That's what I do, get you to know you. They may also reside where? In any part of the world, okay, and are members of all ethnic groups. Ain't no one said enlightened being got it. Nope, it's all there for everybody. Further, wrapping it up, this is it. They may even exist in body or non-embodied form, but also they may either be male or female. That's the part. You cannot tell me women don't know God so they can't preach the word. I disagree with that part wholeheartedly, and it tells you right there, you can be male or female as an enlightened being, a guru, or a sage, saint, whatever. But there's room for the female always. In closing, right thinkers, hope you enjoyed the lesson. I enjoy giving it to you. This is what I do for you. Hope you got something out of it too. May you all live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers and your master teacher have passed away. I'm out.